Pick a number, 55 or 333, and drop it in the comments below and come back here to listen to your beautiful message today. Hi, I'm Julie Geigle, spiritual life coach, international psychic medium, divine channel for Archangel Metatron, who's come here to share some insight and wisdom because he is the master of numerology. And if you picked 55, it's all about the shift. If you have not watched that movie with Wayne Dyer, I highly recommend it. It's called The Shift. And it was kind of where I started my spiritual journey, definitely where my husband started his. I remember watching it and then, really getting into the shift, really getting into shifting my life. And then I'm like, you have got to watch this movie with me. And watched it again with my husband. And he was like, whoa, this was good. Um, so if you're feeling bored or stuck in a rut, like there's got to be more, there's got to be more in this life than just going through the motions and day in and day out in that routine, then you've kind of been bit by the bug, if you will. Wanting more. God has planted that seed in your heart to bring you more of who you are. So when the shift occurs, you just start to see things from a different perspective. Like, yes, there is more to life than just going through the motions and just getting things done. And so this is a really good time to see life as an adventure and say yes to adventures. So, as much as you can engage in community, whether it's going to a concert or just taking the dog to the park. I've actually been noticing we just got a new puppy and he just started learning how to walk on a leash. Rockford is his name. And it has just been so much fun because, when you go for a walk with a puppy, everybody wants to stop and say hi. So it's just a brand new world. And then seeing through the eyes of a puppy is just so glorious, honestly. So maybe it's time for you to get a new puppy to help support and help you open up to the shift that's occurring in your life. So step out of the rut, try something different, shake it up, and be daring, take a different route to work, change the furniture around, cut your hair. I don't care what you have to do, but it is all about seeing things differently and having a new zest and enthusiasm for life. And I'm a huge fan of fake it till you make it. I know there's discussion about if, that's good or that's not good, but I'm telling you, that is like my life. Even becoming a medium, that's how it started. And you can read my story on my blog or on my website. And yeah, so maybe you're really not feeling it, or you're feeling depressed or anxious or just fake it till you make it. Go force yourself. I mean, I signed up for this puppy class, and after looking toward that beginning, I'm like, oh, why did I do that? I don't want to go out of the house. I'm happy here in my little cocoon. And 3 weeks in, and I'm like, this is so much fun. I'm meeting some great people, and my puppy is loving it. So yes, force yourself. Trust me, you are going to thank me later. Now, when we take a look at our numbers, we have 5, which is change. It's also freedom and expansion. That's where the shift comes in. And then we have another 5. So change doubled. When we add 5 plus 5, we get 10, which is fresh starts and new beginnings. Again, that energy of freedom, of thinking outside the box. And then 1 plus 0 equals 1. And that is all about making a wish, that portal is opened up in the sky of manifesting. What is it that you desire? It is coming to you now. You cannot go wrong with 55. All right. Now, in terms of love, remember, 5 is all about changing. And then we have 55, which is about shifting a different perspective. And in terms of romance, there's change coming. So, and all change is good, try not to label it good or bad, but this is about shifting perspective, seeing things that you couldn't see before. So bringing awareness into your relationship, bringing awareness. What are you doing that's moving you toward your goal of a committed relationship or harmony, love? What are you doing that's actually moving you in the other direction? So whether you are single or in a relationship, it is about doing something different in that setting and thinking outside of the box to create the love that you really desire and deserve. All right. And be aware of resistance. Where is resistance showing up in your love life? And how can you flow, open that gate and flow? Because remember, what you resist persists. So maybe you're resisting dating, and maybe that's a block. I help with that. If you need help with that, you know where to find me. Maybe in your relationship, you're resentful. So there's some resistance in being generous with your time because you tend to get taken advantage of and the resentment comes. So bring awareness and attention to those areas. All right, here's your awesome affirmation. I hold the power to shift my reality. I love that one. I hold the power. I hold the power to shift my reality. Yes, you do. All right. Now, if you haven't joined our family yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We'd love to welcome you. And don't forget to engage with us in the comments below. I love to see everybody's reactions or feedback. Okay. Now, if you picked 333, it's all about growth. It's time to break out of the box. So it's time to move forward. There's an expansion going on, very similar with the shift card, very similar with that 5-5. So a lot of the same themes where you're expanding, you're growing, you're thinking bigger and better. 333 is also an indication that the ascended masters are with you. So I think of Jesus whenever I see 333, Metatron. I think of, Buddha, Mother Mary, some of those higher guides and beings, masters that really are trying to help you grow and expand and evolve because, there's a lot of suffering here being a human being, but, we really, our nature is love. Our truest, deepest nature is love. We came here to experience love in all of its glory. So we came here to experience wealth and growth and beautiful things. So we weren't put here to suffer. It is just part of that human experience that we are overcoming and triumphing, thriving. So with the 333, there might be a big decision that you need to make in your life. Do not be afraid of this. The go big or go home is what comes in immediately for you when I even just say that. There's a big decision that you need to make, and do not be afraid of this because this is going to help you really move into the next level, up level everything in your life. And even though it might be a little bit scary because it involves some change or it involves doing something or, stepping into something that you normally wouldn't. I'm just seeing that, your guides are around you, your spiritual team has your back, and this is a positive move for you. And it's going to bring a lot of beautiful, exciting opportunities and people into your life. It's really incredible. And this growth 333 is also about a spiritual calling. It's stepping up because, when we look at those numbers, I mentioned 3 is all about ascended masters and creativity, that curiosity and being adventurous. And then when we add 3 plus 3 plus 3, we get 9. And 9 is higher service. It is serving. It is thinking, beyond yourself and just, how can I help humanity? Use me, Lord, for a purpose greater than myself. Got that from Oprah. I love that one. I say that every day. And so it has a beautiful energy in it. So not only the growth, the spiritual expansion, but also serving. Lead me, Lord. And then 9 has that energy of closing, wrap it up, endings. So I'm seeing that it's the full circle of life. Now, in terms of love, this number is about taking the next step and start walking your own path. So instead of being a follower, to kind of step out and be your own person. Don't be afraid of who you are. So that might mean that you're ruffling some feathers. People around you who like who you were or who they thought you were, they like that. And the idea of you not being that kind of shakes up their world a little bit. This happened for me when I left teaching. My family was finally honest with me, my husband, even my children. We liked it when you were a school teacher. We like to be able to say, my mom's a school teacher or my wife's a teacher. And what are you now? It's like, psychic? My mom's a psychic? No, I don't want to tell people that. And it's like, okay, I don't care. Tell them whenever you want to tell them. So don't get hung up on how this is going to affect other people. It's super important to be true to yourself. And then your affirmation. So I am ready to soar. Greatness awaits. I am ready to soar. Greatness awaits. Feel the power of that. It just sinks so deeply into my heart for you. All right. Drop that in the comments below. It adds that extra punch, extra power. If you loved our messages today, you're going to love working with me. I help people on a spiritual journey end suffering and create a beautiful life. You can book a free discovery call over on our website at heavensenthealing.us. And while you're over there, don't forget to stop by our blog to listen to our free meditation this month, which is self-acceptance. May is typically mental health month. And so the meditation I chose for you today is self-acceptance. Now, remember, I change up those meditations every month, so they're only available to listen to for a limited time. So if this topic is really calling to you, make sure you pop over there, heavensenthealing.us/blog to take a listen. All right, everyone, make it a beautiful and blessed day. Mwah.